Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray and today we continue our entry level to Megabase. It's been quite a while since I did an episode. As some of you read on YouTube or on the Discord channel, I've been on vacation for the last week, so this is the first recording I've done in, I'm guessing, a bit more than a week. So let's see if we can't catch up where we got to. And what I remember from before my vacation, where I went skiing, by the way, very, very nice. I was setting up chemical science, and we are quite close to getting it done. We don't need much more to get this ratio thing built, so let's just hook up the things. What we need here is pretty much just the steel and some iron, so let's pull down those things we need. The steel we have, the iron we still need, but luckily we can just hook it up very easily, like this. Let's just take one line for now. We can always add in some more. And then we'll take in the iron to right here. And then we'll take the steel running up top, going down something like this, and going, oh, not here, but going in right here. I think if we do something like this, we should have the ratios we need. So, long-handed in. In. That's gonna be all our steel. Coming in like this. Right next to it, we'll want our pipes and gear wheels coming on each side of the belt. So that should be just like this. Here we are. Taking this one as well to right there. That should be all of our, what's it called, steel things. Then this one, I'll kind of want to move this one down a bit so we can hook in the second row as well. So on the top one, we'll kind of run, what's it called, all engines. On the one just below, we'll run our advanced circuits, and we will run our sulfur. Again, we'll go with 12, since that's going to give us a perfect ratio. Is that 12? 1, 2. Oh, we can do it like this. Good way to see if you have 12. That's 12. That's perfect. Hooking this up just like this. And that way we will have 1 per second. Since we have 12 that produces 2 every 24, so that's going to be a 1 per second ratio, or 1 per craft cycle, whatever you say. So in, do pretty much the same one as up here. Please just take you, copy it down here, because we will always want to be a bit efficient with how we do things. No need to do things more than once, because that just lines everything up perfectly for us. Right here. And then we need a few power poles. That lines up very nicely like that. And of course it misaligns a bit. No, it lines up perfectly with this as well. That's fine. You go right here. We can actually skip that one and hook it up where it looks very nice. Let's just hook up the power to right here. Oh, we were actually missing one, it seems. There we are. So that is all of this part. Now we just need to get the iron in right here to hook it up. So let's see, we see get iron things right. There is the correct spot. Please just go in like that. And that will start our gear wheels, and it'll start our pipes, 2 of the 3 things we need. Let's just check to go on the correct side of the belts. They do. And then we just need to hook up the steel. That is gonna be very easy to do. We'll just go to our mall, grab some more underground belts, since that is lacking a small amount. But that is the power of a mall. It enables us to get a ton of things. Let's get some more some more belts. And what else do we need? Let's just get a few more inserters, will be nice to have. And that is fine. So, now to hook up the rest of the things. We have our underground belts we need. We'll have to take some steel from right here going in. Yeah, we can just do it right here. I think that'll be fine. Let's just go right here, go down. That'll be the steel flowing in. We'll just need to split it off right here. And luckily, that is quite easy to do. As always, just use underground belts wherever we can, because that makes hooking things up extremely easy. This works. Might have to change it sometime in the future, but for now at least it is looking fine. So that should be all we need for our engines. They should start to be produced at the speed we need for these. And then we just need to get the sulfur in right here on the bottom one. So let's see here. We'll need to mix these two. Getting it in will be very easy to do. Let's just grab this down first. We can always move a bit. There we are. Then we need to hook it up right here and have an output on the bottom side of our chemical science. Let's see. Right there is fine. And I completely misaligned it. Let's do it right here instead. There we are. So let's mix these two. First things first, let's jump this one way down here. That's not needed. They will need to want to go in here and want to go in right there. And we'll probably move this back one to give us the room we need. There we are. That means we can split off you. Go to that one right there. Then we'll jump this one down to, I think there is fine. Get another split and hook this one up. And that way we have everything we need to get our chemical science coming out on the bottom belt right down here. And continuing on to our, what's it called, our science factories up north. We should probably just drag it around somewhere where we don't interfere too much. We do have a mole here that we want to go around. So what we could do is just make a small path across the water and make the science lab somewhere over here where they are a bit protected. And while we're doing that, let's just research a few more things to get them done and out the way. Might as well get that one done as well. And I think that is looking fine. Let's get you done as well. And military trans. So let's just check that our chemical science is working as it should. They are all crafting. Our power is actually starting to be an issue. So we'll have to look at that as well. So let's get you out. Let's do it in some good way. There we are. And look, chemical science. That is quite exciting. Now we just need to find a place for them to connect up. We want to get them here, or we want to move this one somewhere else. I'm thinking that we should move this one down south here. Maybe over here, since we'll need more science to come. And maybe getting it over here might be good. Getting it above top and down, and just crafting it all out here. And just taking out some power poles. So let's place it a bit away from the rest of the base. I think that'll be fine. And we'll just drag the belts through. So what if we make it somewhere like, let's say right here. I don't think that'll interfere with anyone. And we'll just have the belts running through. We'd like to check you from over here, please. And go up. And hopefully it won't interfere with anyone. You could probably make it somewhere else, but for now let's just keep it way, way away from the base. So we can add more things to the belts in the future and don't have to worry about things not expanding that well. So that is going as perfect as it could. This is running as well. We're producing plastic. Our labs keeps us supplied with all the things we need. We might have to look at our green circuit production at some point, but it still looks like it might hold for a little while. So let's just pick up all of this. Our labs. And let's drag this one way over here. It's quite a long way to drag it, but that's just the way it is at the moment, since we don't really have any other way of really hooking it up. So let's see here. Red, yellow belts, please. That should be enough to get us there, but we will find out quite soon. And this is why you always remember not to build directly next to a lake. So you don't have to do stupid things like this to hook things up. But done is done, and we learn from our mistakes, or just build the way the map allows you to. Another good way, I think I told you a few episodes ago, run on the belts. Will increase your speeds quite a bit. And that way you can just hook things up nicely. There we are. That means we're getting 3 of our scientists down here. Please continue over this way. And then let's set up some science labs right here. You can go on the inside, you can go right here. And here we go with the labs. And 5. And 6. There we go. That's all our labs. Let's just set up a bit of inputs here. We'll also need a long-handed one. And this does need a long-handed one, so this is fine. And then let's continue these down to here, and you can stop right there for now. And a few, or small amount of power. And then we are good to go. Let's get it right there. That's looking good. There we go. So last thing, hooking it up. There's the power. That will give us science, all 3 of them. And that means we can start to go for later tech. And that is actually quite good. The power we'll have to go look at. We only have 16 running, so that is also why we're starting to lag it a bit. Yeah, so let's go expand that before we do anything else. That is kind of the thing that's holding us back a small amount. So you're running as well. Let's give this a small amount of, let's do one of these, so we balance out the belts. There we are. That should get all of them running without issues. And it's perfect. So let's grab ourselves some more steam engines. I don't think we set anything up for steam engines. We haven't, but we might do that in the future when it's needed. That's a lot of burner inserters. We'll need to get some iron plates, or just get a lot of gears right here. And of course a small amount of iron plate as well. So that should enable us to build a lot more, what's it called, steam engines. We could go with the correct ratio, that's 20 to 40. So 20 boilers to 40 steam engines. And we are quite close to get that ratio. So let's just grab some more gear wheels and let's see if we can't just set it up so we are at least power-wise set for the future. That should be more than enough. Right now I think we have 16, is that correct? We have 16, so we need 24 more. So just need one more, 24. And then we have 8 boilers. We'll need 12 more. We have 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will give us our 20 to 40 ratio even. So let's go up here and set it up. We're not really spending that much right now since our production is easily taking whatever is needed from our base. This is pretty much crafting a ton of landfill. Ooh, we have a lot of landfill. So we might actually be able to expand our mall a bit. That was 12. That means we can do the same with these. Give it a bit of room up here to hook up the rest. Should line up nicely. Would you look at that? It's almost like I planned it. Let's get some power poles. Let's just keep these. They do the job very nicely. And now we have 20 to 40 ratio. Just need to get the burner inserters up and running. And then we are good to go. So that should increase our power quite a bit. If we look right here, this one should go up quite significantly and make sure that we have more than enough power for the future. Look at that beautiful power. That is looking brilliant. So now we have, what will that be? 36 megawatts. I think 9 times 4 is 36. Should be correct. And then things are just going. This one should output most of its water, especially when it's running at full speed. So as you can see, this requires 60 a second at max. This one produces 120 per second, so it can supply 20. One of these can supply 2, since these uses 30. So 2 to 1 to 20. Or 2, whatever you need. So that is pretty much an optimal ratio for our steam engines, and we'll just kind of let that run. Not really worrying that much about resources yet. Might become an issue sometime in the future. But for now, I think it's fine. So let's go landfill in a small amount, just to get our mall up and running a bit more. Could add a few more things to it. I really want to. We're just kind of limited by the water. So now that we have that sorted, we should be able to set that up. So these are chugging along nicely, not missing anything, going at 1 per second, divided by the crafting ratio or crafting speed. And down here we have the same ratio with the blue ones. So they should be able to supply each other with what they need. And that is bloody brilliant. So what I was looking for was our mole. If you press the plus button on your keyboard, you can expand the area where you landfill. So that is quite good. And let's see if we can't, how much does this take? If we just put the landfill down here to see how much we have in our inventory at all times even. And can we landfill in everything? That would be the optimal solution. I think we might be able to, if we are lucky. And we are almost done with what we need in terms of landfill. Come on, you can do it. There we are. So that gives us a lot more room to expand our mall into and set up some of the other things we need for the future. So first things first. Let's go in here and check. I think we do have solar panels and we do have accumulators. So let's just get these two set up right away, since they are things we need for the future and they are quite good. So let's just set up our solar, maybe just right here. There shouldn't be a reason why we shouldn't do it. And don't think they're blocking anything overly important right now. So let's just get some solar up and running. Solar will need the green circuits. Take them right here, and we need this one. So luckily that is actually going this way, which makes our life a whole lot easier, since we can just do that. So that is the solar panels. We have automated. This will just go. It can easily supply what we need. And then we don't have to worry about this for the foreseeable future. That is just the way I want it. Anything else we need? We should probably set up oil refineries, chemical plants, and things of that nature. We can just do it right after this one. So say right here and right there. Since these have the things we need for that part of the tech. Did I miss one down here? I did. We'll just kinda fix that right now. There we go. And then we can set up these two. I know they'll be needed quite a bit in the future, so that's why I'm spending a bit of time setting it up. Luckily, we have everything we need, so that's gonna be quite easy to do. Chest. Let's craft a few. There we are. Add a bit of power as well. Out. And while we do that, let's just start the next tier of science. Could get our substations, might not be a bad idea. We can also go into this one. I think that actually might be better, since that starts to unlock a lot of this. We want advance what's called oil refining first, since that gives us the light oil and the heavy oil. That'll also give us lubricant that goes into electric engines, that goes into robots, that goes into construction robots. That is going to be great, and a personal roboport. I think that is at least some of the things we'll look at next episode. If this can get done, that would be so good, because I'm missing my robots. They make everything so much easier and so much more efficient. So these need some free belts. 1, 2, 3. That means we have to do a little trickery to get this to work. First things first. Let's just jump. We need some of this. So we need to do double trickery. How can we do that in a good way? If we jump you to here to there. And we can pretty much jump all of you to there with no issue. That way we can plant that one. That'll give us what's called the steel. Then we need the green circuits. We can do that just like this. And then we need the brick that needs to be doubly moved, or actually not doubly, just one right here. Like to get some bricks just like that. And then we just need a bit of power. And then we have all the inputs we need for this. This is why the way you can do 4 builds in, it's actually possible to do 5 as well, but the 4 is quite good. Just this way, by using long-handed inserters. The way you can do 5 is if you do one right here, or you can actually do 6, even up to 7 lanes if you are extremely clean with it, but it's much easier to just do it like this. Over here we need 2, so we pretty much need this one and that one. So if you do jump to jump, do that one, and what's this one we needed? Yeah, and just get a bit of power. Kind of move this power a bit. It's annoying me a bit the way it is. There we are. That will give us our chemical plants. Stacking up will give us our refineries. Almost forgot to limit the chest. That would have been bad. And our solar is chugging along as well. So things are looking very, very good in our lab, or in our factory. This is also building up. Might actually want to add a few more labs just to increase the speed. Don't think I want to set up labs in our mall right now, since we don't need that many. So, oh, there's actually no need to make any more, at least not until we increase our speed. Because as you can see, our red can't keep up with our blue, even though it should. So we'll have to increase our lab research speed as well, just to hook up things a bit more. But let's just do this for now, and I think it'll be fine. That way we at least have it a bit future-proof. We just need to get the speed up. So let's add this one. Let's get one more. That increased the speed by 50%. The same with this one, or 40. So that way we can start to do a bit more research. So let's see here. Everything is going quite good. And doesn't look like we're missing anything. Except a green circuit. So the last thing I'll do this episode might just be expanding this one down 1. I think that'll be good, because then we can start looking at the next part of this next episode. Luckily that's very easy to do. We can just pretty much line it up how we want it. Maybe just steal that part will be enough, and it'll fit in. Ooh, if we lined up we could actually fit in both on the same one. So that's actually a reason to make it more compact. At least the top one. Should we do that to make it a little bit more tileable? Let's just try and do this. What if we do that instead? Here is some power for you. We'll have to give this a bit of power. That looks horribly ugly. Here and there. Ooh. Not the most beautiful look, but let's just try this. Does this make it tileable up here? That's kind of what I want to see. It does, and that is actually the most important thing we can do. So let's do the same down here. Make it tileable. That's always a very good thing to do. Oh, that's too much removed. Let's do that. Flip it around, and there we go. And boop, boop. Let's activate it again. That means we can just copy paste this little part over here. There we are. Thank you. And then if we had robots, we would be able to put it down so easily. But since we don't, let's just do it like this. Let's grab a few more underground, a few more splitters. Splitters are fine. And then let's do this one with blue ones. Just have to be consistent and then everything works just fine. Let's continue down here. Getting the last few things set up. And just pressing the Q, as we talked about earlier, makes it so easy to get the right things you need. Because you can pretty much just Q and click until all the ghosts are gone. And then it should work. There we are. That pretty much doubled our green science production. And then we're well on the way to getting robots as soon as next episodes. So I will end the episode here on a high note. We got a chemical science up and running. We moved our lab. We made room for more of a mall, and we expand our green circuit production. Now we just have to keep an eye out for input of copper and what else we're using to make sure it doesn't run out. But that will be next episode. As always, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you'll give me a like and subscribe. And then I will see you in next episode. Bye guys.